Men, if you're watching this, it means you're a driven, successful guy, but at home, your wife no longer wants to be intimate with you. She makes you clean the dishes. She maybe even makes you do the laundry. And she's just overall not really supporting your goals or letting you take lead on anything, especially important decisions. Instead of being how she should be, more feminine, more agreeable, and she makes you a sandwich every day. Now maybe she used to do all of these things in and out of the bedroom when you first met, but something changed. Or maybe she never really showed respect for you from the start. Either way, I'm about to reveal to you a proven and repeatable step-by-step solution that will reshape your relationship so she naturally wants to initiate intimacy. She'll also want to do feminine things around the home, and she'll be ready to serve you, so you feel like the leader of the household. And it has nothing to do with controlling her, being aggressive, making demands, or being like an alpha male. And this can work for literally any man in any relationship, as long as you have a penis. Even if you're overweight, if you're shorter than her, if you lack a lot of confidence, maybe you make less money than her, or even if you have kids. If we haven't met yet, my name is Rob Ryan, and for 10 years, I've coached men how to develop relationships with a woman who adores and absolutely serves them every single day. And I've also mastered the art of subtle dominance in my own relationship, meaning she always has a fresh pot of coffee for me in the morning. She takes care of my meals and household duties. She prioritizes what I need done for my business and to be successful, and she initiates sex all the time. Now, before I show you how this process works, first let me explain why it's healthy and completely natural for a woman to be submissive and to serve her man, and why you shouldn't feel guilty for wanting her to be this way. Research shows that a woman aiding her masculine partner through nurturing and cooperative acts builds a really strong relationship and increases her attraction for you. Even therapists agree that men are from Mars and women are from Venus. And noting how when a woman kind of steps back and complements a man's role, the relationship strengthens and both of them get better at everything they do. And to further support this, studies show that when women have to take on the leadership role and they have to deal with like emotional men, they often just choose to give up dating entirely or even give up their relationships altogether. And people giving up is exactly why I created the Superior Man process. It's a proven and repeatable method to reshape your relationship where your wife or partner will naturally start initiating intimacy and be somewhat more submissive to you by default. And we can guarantee results because I've seen it happen before. Like Chris, for example. He just had like an okay marriage. His wife didn't want to be intimate with him very often. He was constantly getting into like bickering and little fights and just those annoying little, oh, she's annoying kind of fights. Now, in just 2 months of changes to his relationship, he started seeing some significant differences. He doesn't do any chores around the house, like dishes, laundry, cleaning, mopping, vacuuming, whatever. His wife does all of the work with the kids. He still spends time with the kids, but he doesn't do like the feminine tasks. And he's able to focus on this new business that he's been wanting to start for the last few years. He's been wanting to start this business in artificial intelligence. And then we have Steve. He initially came to me for coaching on crypto, because I know quite a bit about crypto. But then we got into his relationship. Like we just started talking about women. Same thing. He had a very average relationship that just needed some tweaks and some fine tuning. This is so he has a relationship that serves him better and it makes him more free. Now he was able to shift the relationship and get tons of time back to focus on his career. She does everything for him and is incredibly happy to be able to serve him. And he's taken a much bigger leadership role in the relationship. And they even recently got married and his career and income has just absolutely exploded. I'm really proud of Steve. Now John was a little bit of a unique case. When we first started talking, he was already headed for divorce. She was going to clean him out. You guys have all heard these stories. She was going to take everything. He learned how to use the strategies to communicate and reestablish himself as a man, reestablish himself as a leader. He ended up getting an incredibly good deal in the divorce. And him and his ex-wife actually have an amazing relationship now because they have an adult daughter, so they still have to have an amazing relationship. And it's gotten so much better. And then we have Bob. He'd had relationships before, but nothing ever serious. And he was in his 40s. Now I worked with him for a long time because he really needed a lot of help. I worked with him on his mindset and various parts of the process that he needed help. He started dating and he just started getting 100 times better results than he had ever before. Like he was getting second and third dates. days. He was regularly getting short-term and kind of mid-term relationships, a couple weeks, couple months where they would last, and these girls really liked him. Then he found a great woman, one who would do absolutely anything for him. And I'm proud to say that they're scheduled to get married at the end of this year. And this list, it just goes on and on and on, taking anywhere from average to not good relationships and just growing them. And not to mention my own personal relationship. This works so well, I can literally guarantee results. What does this mean? This means if you implement everything I teach you to a T and you don't get results, you don't pay me a dime. If that sounds good to you, here's how I'll help you get your wife to submit to you in as little as the next 7 days. Now first, we'll get on a call and analyze what the key issues are in your relationship that are causing your wife or partner to treat you as basically a roommate and not really be submissive. Typically, it's 1 to 3 things out of these 9 common causes. We'll find the exact thing causing this, so we can resolve this immediately and start changing your relationship and changing your life in the first week. The next, once we've identified those root causes, I'm gonna teach you the key changes in your behavior that will cause your woman within the first few weeks to respect you more. And she's gonna start defaulting to being more submissive. It'll just naturally happen by fixing the behaviors that you do. See, most guys do what they do. They like bicker with their girl, or maybe they order them around, or they get all emotional. This is just gonna cause an endless cycle of verbal or even text conflicts. And it's gonna get a complete loss of respect. Instead, we teach guys the core behavior changes they need to embody that will cause a woman to submit to you by default. Once you start embodying these new behaviors and your wife starts wanting to have sex with you and serve you more, we then go into what I like to call maintenance mode. This is where we work together consistently to solidify those behaviors that you learned, because we found that guys can slip into old habits. So we have very specific process to make sure that these behaviors stick and they don't go anywhere. We want your relationship to stay like this and thrive forever. Most guys who learn this stuff, if they drift, then they'll just slip back into their old behaviors and patterns, which causes her once again lose respect for you again, and then she's gonna stop initiating sex again, and they're back where they started. Instead, we don't teach you this stuff. We actually work with you one-on-one after the fact to make sure that you actually habitualize this new frame for your relationship and ensure that you know how to deal with the more nuanced situations that arise, such as when she pushes back against your new dominance, or when she asks you to do like feminine tasks. Oh, can you do the dishes? Or even when she stops initiating intimacy. So you can stay the man of the house in her mind. And like I said, if you don't get her initiating sex, taking every menial task off your plate, and gracefully following your every single day, you don't pay me a dime. Now, if this all sounds good, fill out the quick application below to see if you qualify, and schedule on the next page. On this call, we'll walk you through the exact process and give you a clear game plan to benefit right away. And we'll answer any and all of your questions you may have about how exactly this process works. Now, if you still have questions before scheduling your call, here are some common questions that we get. Does it work for every relationship? Yes. Because we focus on the systems that focus on men and women, not just like stupid little tricks or dumb games or little gimmicks that you may learn elsewhere. These are built on the core of nature of men and women, males and females, which have not changed since the dawn of man. And then people ask, how long till they see results? Most men will start to see some immediate results within the first week. And we'll get serious results and bigger changes within the first 30 days, as long as they're following all of the steps. Now, does it take a lot of work? The great part about this system is that it doesn't require any extra work on your part. Merely a shift in your perception, a shift in your behaviors, and a shift in your actions. It will actually add time back to your schedule. You will get 10 to 15 hours back on your schedule, free to do or pursue your dreams. How much support will I get? We've had guys ask us that. This is a year-long mentorship and is a guided program because frankly, relationships are complicated. They're not something you can simply just like read in a book or have a single conversation about, or even like a couple sessions. I'm with you every single step of the way. People ask, why should I work with you? Well, Well, I've been doing this for 10 years, and I've helped many men that were failed by therapy, failed by talking to their friends, and failed by working with their family trying to get ideas. This process just works. Now I get it. I completely get it. Deep down, you want to be close with her. You want her to open up, and you even want her to initiate more and just naturally lean into her femininity. You want her to be more submissive in a way that feels right for both of you. You and I both know it's frustrating when things aren't clicking like that, and it pulls you away from focusing on the life that you're trying to build together. I've been there, and I know how much it weighs on you. That's why I'm reaching out like this. Let's talk one-on-one. Take a minute to fill out the form. It's just to make sure that we're a good fit. On the call, we'll really dig into what's going on for you, share what I've seen work time and again, and map out a simple path forward. You'll walk away knowing exactly how to bring more of that intimacy, the ease, and connection into your relationship. We'll clear up any questions or hesitations you have, and I'll show you how this can truly change things for the better. But honestly, these spots don't stick around long because guys like you, they're ready to make a shift. They're ready to get out of an average and stale relationship. If you're feeling that pull to make your relationship stronger and much more fulfilling, go ahead and do this now. Fill it out, set up the call. It's the step you need to take today to start turning things around. I'm here for it. Let's get you there.